We are one. We are one. Never lost, unprepared, concerned, calm to found for no thirst for the flag. Nothing to brag about for the climbing of the web, and you can find to set your foot for the exploration of territory. How many leagues and legends would it take for the emperor? You can ask for the revolution. The many bullets would you bear? Roll scars for the angel and radiate your energy. You would be subjected to the radiation. You died for the beauty. Adjusted and attuned when you can die for the truth laying, joining to the room and questioning softly I failed, replying to the only for the truth and two are one. And this is the kinsman that you can bet a knife for the talking of the between ring and the moss, for the reaching of the lips and the covering up of your name. The tasted liquor, never brewed from the lure for the scoop, and the pearl not all that's for the Rhine yield. You could be alcohol inebriated at the air, but I could do you find the do to really get it through the in the summer days with the finer inner red, the melting blue for the July, with the ribbon, the landlord to turn for the drink, and beating over the box or over the door for the butterfly to read nest and drown. And the dream, them should not drink no more, or the swing for the snow, or the saints to find the window open on the rail for the little chipper when they're leaning against the sun again. You can take dips inside of me for eternity. Myself to turn between drift of the eastern or the west into the solving and the dawn away before the kingdoms and afterwards they say imperfected but perfect for the sun that's the name of himself with the duplicate of the divine or the between the crescent of the sea for the midnight of the north of her for the midnight of the south for the your mash much joy success in the county can yet be poor for the venturing upon the throne. This is the beat the game for the hesitation to decide for the victory. This is the life of the death calm the death of the bliss for the breath for the indeed I felt for the least I know for the words of the speak for the defeating you're nothing but your can prevail. I can gain your SC. This is the wicked you suddenly captured. This is the first repeat is slow and heavenly. It's a different thing than everything overwhelmed. So at least to know the words are sweet. You can say it called so much joy you can unfind a book. This is the present moment you can take a man away. Of course, like a page, prance, poetry with the traverse, waiting your presence, your toil for the fruit of unknown in the bear, the human never soul in the rare. Fruit grows like a version of the deer, finally slowly drove with no haste and had to put away the labor for the leisure of the fields, the gaze and grain for the passing of the sun, for the pause in the house to see, swelling on the ground, but the sacred gift is visible over the mountain and listen to prayer. Shorter than a day, first the sunrise for the horse head headed towards eternity, immortality for the carriage to push yourself on ourselves and kindly speak for me from not stopping and death behind the dips and speech steady you can find yourself hoping you can find the grounding, swelling of the whistle grew scarcely.
Synchronize me as a welcoming song. Now, of course, you can find yourself in poetry or verse, converse, ways of speaking your this space of the space of the world. You find yourself adjacent to everything you can find complicated for the complacency. Or this is the rest of this. We find strength through the broken language. We find words with the patterns in the name. The beat, the syllables, everything that contains the vegetables, the food for the thought. What's edible, edible in the two pieces of paper that's over the literature you can find everything beyond me for the seas and passages and over the breeze is just more and I can never find I am never trying to find not the words but these are the people who are a piece of me and when a piece of me maybe here's a true figure maybe it's one of the both it's like a bowling ball and hold you by the ball all the balls over these are the fine as a welcoming song. I am not as poor as you can find yourself in poetry or verse, converse, ways of speaking with this. Ways of this space where you only find yourself adjacent to everything you can find complicated for the complacency. This is the residency. We find strength. With the broken language, we find words with the patterns in the link, the beat, the syllables, everything that contains the vegetables, the food for the thought. What's the adequate lettable? Edible on the two pieces of paper that run with it. Over the literature, you can find it. Everything beyond me, for the seas and the passages, and over the breeze and just more. And I can never define. I need every kind of define. Not the words, the reason not a piece of life, a piece of me. Another piece of me, maybe here's a two-finger. Maybe this one will get both, like a bowling ball will hold you by the, got the ball, all the balls over. This is the fine line. Everything you know, complicated factor. Using the black that are black, and the black of the anybody of the middle. You can call me, I am not your race. Two, five, he's the ignorance of ignorance. It's the red. You can't, it's the eyeball. Shining star. If you know, I think the only test of much in the moon, the whole shadows of the thing you must know. Understand the vibration in you. Caught in the community with your emotions, and then the ocean will lead you to where you from. Move back, forth. This is the only place in time you can find the history. This is now. I am not your ordinary clock. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. I'ma eat a chocolate donut now. I'm gonna feel better about nothing. I live better. Think, feel, breathe, meditate, inhale, exhale, home, temple, light, shine, light, breathe. Is it my your balance? Equilibrium, maybe liberate, find some way to evacuate or exodus, exile. Is it a projectile mentality?
Synchronize me as a welcoming song. I am not as poor as you can find yourself in poetry or verse, converse, ways of speaking. You'll just place with this space where you only find yourself adjacent to everything you can find complicated for the complacency, or this is the residency. We find strength beneath the broken language. We find the words with the patterns in the link, the beat, the syllables, everything that contains the vegetables, the food for the thought. What's edible? Edible on the two pieces of paper that run over the literature you can find literally everything beyond.
casualty clause that says I've always been dead.
Life is just an idea we've implanted in your head. Soldiers inspect protective facilities, ironically in combat for comfortability. Artificial art, indestructible industries, plow down grounds and create more capital. Science spells miracles, less magical. Political campaign pollutes the ozone. President shakes the hand of an old clone.
This is a no zone, I just wanna go home.
You got a grip?
Oh yeah, I tried. I was living 5 lies about the world outside.
You got a grip?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. I've been living 5 lies about the world
Got
outside.
a grip on this reality?
Yeah, I tried. I was living 5 lies about the world outside.
You got a grip?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. I've been living 5 lies about the world outside. So this life I've worked so hard for is no more. It wasn't real, just some tale of folklore. A brochure for more jewels you procured, so you can stand grand as a self-proclaimed lord. Floored, I just hit rock bottom. Those people over there want you chopped them or shot them.
I told them the same things I told you.
Me, my life's about to leave my body soon.
You're through. You got a grip?
Oh yeah, I tried. I was living 5 lies about the world outside.
You got a grip?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. I've been living 5 lies about the world outside.
Sunshine.
Grip on this
Found
reality?
for no thirst for the flag. Nothing to brag about for the climbing of the web, and you can find such a foot for the exploration of territory. How many leagues and legends would it take for the emperor? You can ask for the revolution. The many bullets would you bear? Roll scars for the angel in radiate. Your energy, you would be subjected to the radiation. You died for the beauty. Adjusted in a tune when you can die for the truth laying. Joining to the room and questioning softly, I failed. Replying to the iron for the truth, and 2 are 1. And this is the kinsman that you can bet a knife for the talking of the between ring and the moss for the reaching of the lips and the covering up of your name. A taste of liquor, never brewed from the Lord for the scoop, and the pearl not all that's for the Rhine yield. You could be alcohol inebriated at the air, but I could do you find a do to really get it through the in the summer days with the finer inner the molten blue for the July of the ruby, the landlord to turn for the drunk and beat me over the fox over the door for the butterfly to be nasty and drown. Them dream, them shall not drink no more, or the swing for the snow, where the saints to find the window open on the rim for the little chipper when they're leaning against the sun again. You can take dips inside of me for eternity. Myself to turn between drift of the eastern or the west into the solving and the dawn away before the kingdoms and afterwards they say imperfected. But perfect for the sun that's the name of himself with the duplicate of the divine. But the between the crescent of the sea for the midnight of the north, of her for the midnight of the south for the master. Much joy. Success in the counter can yet be poor for the venturing upon the throne. This is to be the game for the hesitation to the side for the victory. This is the life of the death of the con, the death of the bliss for the breath for the indeed I felt for the least I know for the words of the speak for the defeating there nothing but your Jeremy can prevail. I can gain your SC. This is the waking you suddenly capture. This is the first repeated slow and heavenly. It's a different thing than you ever think overwhelmed so. At least to know the words is sweet, you can say it. Call it so much joy, you can unfind a book. This is the present moment, you can take a land away, of course, like a page, prance of poetry with the traverse and ways of your presence. Your toil for the fruit, unknown in the bear, with a human never sold in the briar. Fruit grows like a virgin, only a wounded deer. Finally, slowly drove from no haste and had to put away the labor for the leisure of the fields of gaze and grain for the passing of the sun, for the pausing, a house to see. Swelling on the ground for the roof, with sacred give is visible over the mounting over the sense you were shorter than a day. First the sunrise for the horsehead for the towards eternity, immortality for the carriage to push yourself on ourselves to kindly stoop for me for the not the stopping of the death of behind the dips, and this is each static moment you can find yourself with the hoping of a feather. I've read those sitting
Find
the
grounding, swelling of it was the roof scarcely.
I read them sitting steadily, reviewed it with the
I've read those sentences lightly. I've read those sentences lightly. I read them sitting steadily, reviewed it with the eyes to see that I made no mistake for the extreme clause, for the date, for the manner, for the chain, for the least to be the prize form, for the have the mercy and the soul, for the jury devoted.